Hi, I'm Glenn May with BassResource.com, and I'm here with Aaron Martens. Aaron, great to have you aboard today.
Glad to be here, Glenn.
Hey, Aaron, now how many years have you been fishing now?
I started professional bass fishing when I was 21, so I guess it'd be, how many years is that? 16 or so years. But I mean, fishing bass, I think 10 years. 10 years now.
Did you start when you were a kid?
I started bass fishing when I was probably 11 or 12. I trout fished a lot. I fished my whole life since I can remember, and I got pictures of me as a little baby trout fishing. My family was always into trout fishing and backpacking trips, like 3 or 4 times a year, like 2-week-long trips. They're backpacking this out in the woods and catching trout in streams, and there's a little high out, the Sierra Madre in California. And then I was probably like 11 or 12 when I Malibu State Park, and in Malibu I went to the fish for crappies and stuff. I had my panfish rod, and I think the first bass I caught was on a bed, like a 2-pounder on a bed, and I actually got it on a crappie jig, and I looked at it and was all excited, let it go. That's probably probably the fish that really got me excited about bass fishing.
So in all those years of fishing, what is your most memorable bass you've ever caught?
I know my most memorable bass I lost is my world record, but besides that one, geez. I can think of a bunch of them, but one of the best ones is probably the Delta one I won. I caught a 11-pounder on 7-pound line on a drop shot. It took me like 5 minutes to land it.
Holy cow.
And then she was in the reeds and stuff, and I walked her around the boat 2 or 3 times, and she kept jumping, a little 2-aught hook in her mouth, and I got her to the boat and lifted her, and I was just like, I had nothing on me that day yelling wise. I was like, yeah! And the guys were watching me, and I spent a 7-pound line on a 3-foot deep fish on a bed. I didn't know, I was just pitching blind, and it was just a feeling of hooking it, and it didn't move, and I saw a big giant flash down there. I was like, oh my gosh, it's giant, fighting it out and getting into the boat and landing it and winning the tournament was, I know it was a spawned out female too, completely spawned out, probably weighed 13 and a half, 14 pounds, full of eggs, but she was as strong as a 14-pounder. So that's a good one. I mean, that's a good memorable fish.
Now, being in California, you've had a lot of big fish you've been able to catch. Now, what would you consider to be your most unusual big bass tactic?
I don't know. People laugh and they say drop shot for big fish. That's to me, it's like a no-brainer to catch big ones. They eat it good. A weird tactic, probably like something like a crappie jig or something off the wall. Maybe like something I'm doing this week.
No,
something really weird. But big ones eat anything you put in front of them. I mean, if it's an easy meal and it's small, it don't matter. They're used to, a lot of times fish are used to eating little baits, and a lot of guys think big baits, big fish, but I can't tell you how many fish in the 10-pound class I caught on crappie jigs. I fish a lot of small stuff for fun, and I can't tell you in California how many times I've hooked into like 11, 12 pounders with a little 4-pound line, a little jig. It's something
just enticing them with a little snack.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to catch, you're trying to catch the schoolers and all. It's a big fish in that school, and it's not. I mean, the fish is going to eat it if you get close enough to it. It's going to reach out and grab it, and that's probably the most unusual bait that people think that you wouldn't catch a big fish on. It'd be like something real small. But I do. I'm a big bait specialist. I've been doing it for 20 years. So, I've caught a lot of big fish on small baits.
Okay, I got to remember that one.
I'm hoping it happens this week. We'll see. I don't care. Yeah.
Well, Aaron,
Let's see what happens.
if you could fish with anybody of your choice, either past or present, who might that be?
Dang, that's an interesting question. Jeez, man.
It could be a celebrity or a political figure or someone from your family. Or
My grandpa, he's gone now. Awesome man, but he didn't fish. I like to fish with him. Probably my grandpa. I never got to take him fishing. Yeah. Somebody like that, yeah. My grandpa was cool. And he never was into fishing. I don't think he ever experienced it. And somebody like that I'd probably like to go fishing with.
So it wouldn't be like Oprah Winfrey or anything like that?
No. I mean, I tell you the truth, that some of the pros, like Kevin Van Dam, I can fish with him anytime if we just ever get a chance to. But, we were always so busy. And when we were together, we're competitive. So, I mean, a lot of my best, my good friends that fish, like me, we don't get to go fishing together because we are so busy. And something like that, I mean, I'd like to go fishing with Van Dam. Another really, Van Dam's an awesome fisherman. Rick Clun, guys like that I'd really like to go fishing with. And I never had a chance to yet. Okay, Rick Clun's one of those guys I'd like to go fishing with too, to tell you the truth.
You and me both, that'd be awesome. So, besides fishing, what else do you like to do?
Mountain bike a lot on the off time, summertime, and when I can during the winter. Really, the only thing what I do the most is definitely spend time with my family, my kids. I got a 2-year-old boy and a 6-year-old daughter, and that mountain biking. I don't mountain bike as much as I used to. I don't hunt like I'd like to, just because of my family. But I love to hunt. I love to hunt, deer hunt. I'd love to go duck hunting. I'd like to go shoot an elk. I'd like to do all that. I'd like to go to Africa someday, but. With my kids being 2 and 6, that's going to have to be on the back burner. I did get to go to Costa Rica and saltwater fish, stuff like that. To me is just like heaven. But right now, wait till they get a little older. Maybe when they get 6 and 12 or whatever, they get a little older, I can take them fishing and do fun things like that.
Well, what would be your dream vacation?
A month in Costa Rica.
That'd be nice, just
Costa
kicking
Rica's
awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, Costa Rica really is. I've been to a lot of places in the world, and so far, nothing compares to Costa Rica. Just for how beautiful it is and how pristine. It's just awesome. Rainforest, the ocean, everything there is just awesome.
Now, what's one thing about you that the fans out there might not know about that you can share with us?
I can't tell a lie. I can't lie. I learned this to not say anything if you. One of those guys just can't tell a lie. I never have been able to. I think I tried to do it when I was younger. My mom always got on me about it, and I got spanked or whatever, punished for it. So I can't tell a lie. And I don't know, I'm pretty easygoing, I guess. I think most people know I am. What else? I don't know.
What's your favorite ice cream?
My hair's thinning on top, which who cares? Favorite ice cream would probably mint chocolate chip, I guess it would be, mint chip. I love sushi, which I think everybody knows me knows that. I like to take Bear Grylls. If he'd let me take Bear Grylls' position, I think I could do his job. I'm that kind of guy.
Awesome, Aaron. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for spending time with us today. I do appreciate it, and we'll see you out on the water.
I'll see you out there.